When you receive your rug pattern, you will notice that whether it has a landscape or portrait orientation, the image on the front will always be displayed as portrait. The reason for this is that you will always work vertically with the short edge at the top and bottom of the canvas. The pattern shows you the wool you need with the order code and quantity. It also shows you the order in which you need to buy them. This means that you don't need to order them all at once. When you receive the packs of wool, simply mark them off onto the pattern. If you have trouble identifying a particular colour, simply compare it with the image on the website. Store the wool in labelled containers to avoid confusion when selecting colours. The pattern is laid out in rows, and each row consists of a number of lines. Lay out one line at a time to avoid having too much wool to deal with. In this example, we have 13 black, 2 scarlet, 4 black, 2 scarlet, and 1 black. Once you've laid out the line, you can start stitching. Lay the canvas with the bound edges on your left and right. Then fold over the ends so that you have a single layer on the first row and 2 layers on the next 4 rows. This will strengthen the edge and help to prevent the canvas from fraying. To add a stitch, push the hook through the hole and attach a piece of wool, making sure that the ends of the wool are even. Next, pull the hook back out of the hole, closing the flap as you do so. Push the hook over the strand that you are attaching to. This will reopen the flap. Place the ends of the wool over the hook and trap it by closing the flap. Finally, pull the hook out whilst holding the knot in place. You've just completed your first stitch. Don't forget, you'll be attaching the wool to 1 strand of canvas on the first row, but 2 strands of canvas on rows 2, 3, 4 and 5. When you've completed a line, remember to mark it off on your pattern before moving on to the next line. This will avoid confusion. Continue laying out and attaching the next lines until you've completed the row. If you need to remove a piece of wool, place the hook over the knot and gently pull to release it. When you still have around 30 rows to go, it's a good idea to complete the last 5 rows, as you'll have more space to work with when folding the canvas. Fold the canvas over like you did at the beginning, making sure that the last row is in the right place. The canvas will need trimming to length, but don't do this until you finish the last 5 rows, as it might fray. When you finish the last 5 rows, cut the canvas to length and then finish the other rows. Once your rug is finished, you can stand back and admire it. I hope you've enjoyed this little instruction, and happy rug making. Hopefully it'll inspire you to buy one of my patterns. Thank you very much.